how to feel about Remy Ma's situation. Her 23-year-old son, as you guys know, he was arrested for murder and he recently got arraigned, 7 indictments, guys. And I was just thinking, Remy Ma herself was in prison. So like mother like child, right? Anyway, so in this video we're going to talk about Ray J, Remy Ma's son, being arraigned with his accomplice. And by the way, his accomplice is only 22 years old. Then we're going to talk about Foxy Brown and Kim Kardashian, and then we might touch on Trina. Now, because I have several stories in one video, I'm not going to go into details on each of the stories. This is just quick updates for you guys to know what's going on. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to help our family grow. Share, like, and engage. Leave a comment. Tell YouTube that you do enjoy what you're listening to. And that way YouTube will push my videos to other people to make our family grow bigger. Guys, thank you so much for all your support. Some of you are just amazing. You make my day. And thank you so much. Anyway, so let's get started with Ray J. So Ray J recently was accused for doing to Wendy Williams what he did to Whitney Houston. The difference is Wendy Williams is still alive, but Wendy is not doing well at all. And when I read this, I was like, what's wrong with Ray J? Right? And I saw a comment online. Somebody says, anyone who messes with Ray J does not end up well. But anyway, so there's a beef between Ray J and Stunna girl. They had a business that went south. Things didn't go well, and that had to do with Zeus, and they had other problems. It seems Ray J has been targeting Stunna girl, saying several things that she didn't like. So her response was, instead of constantly being worried about me, Ray J needs to focus on what he did to Wendy Williams. She ain't been the same since you took her on that drag binge. Like, now, let's sit in this allegation for a few seconds. Like, what does Ray J do to these women? These women who are clearly older than him, right? And what kind of drugs is he giving them, if true? This is serious and yet plausible in my mind, my opinion only. I don't know if it's true, but she seems to know that Ray J took Wendy Williams on a drug binge, and ever since, Wendy Williams has gone downhill. So does Ray J take advantage of vulnerable older women with money, right? Remember, Whitney was divorced from Bobby Brown, and then Ray J pounced in. The next thing we knew is Whitney Houston died. Now, we're not saying that Ray J introduced drugs to Whitney Houston. I don't think so, okay? Nor did he introduce any drugs or alcohol to Wendy Williams. The thing is, this allegation that Ray J needs to focus on what he did to Wendy Williams. She ain't been the same since you took her on that drag binge gang. That's the story, and we're gonna leave it right there, okay? Look, I don't want to know Ray J in my life, okay? This is scary to me. So if you know Ray J and you're older and rich, I don't know, I'm not saying anything. Anyway, so on to the next one, which is Remy Ma's very young son, 23 years old, Jason Scott, being arrested and charged murder with his friend, his accomplice, who's only 22 years old, guys. Like 22. I was such a child at 22. Oh my God. Like, when I hear or watch online what 22-year-olds do, I mean, it's not that long ago I was 22, but still, it's just, I'm flabbergasted by how much they know and what they do that I'm like, am I naive or was I just right? You know? Anyway, so this update coming to you via Hollywood Unlocked says Remy Ma's son Jason Scott arraigned on 7-count indictment, including murder over 2021 incident. So it reads, in the latest update on the case involving Remy Ma's 23-year-old son, Jason Scott, he and his accomplice, Richard, were arraigned on an indictment for their alleged involvement in a fatal shooting that took place in South Jamaica, Queens, which is New York City. As previously reported, the NYPD shared that Jason allegedly shot 47-year-old Darius following a dispute on June 7, 2021, so exactly 3 years ago. The exact nature of the dispute remains unclear, but Richard, his accomplice, aged 22, has also been charged in connection with the same murder, right? Jason was arraigned on Tuesday yesterday on a 7-count indictment, which includes charges of murder in the first and second degrees, 4 counts of criminal possession of a weapon in the second degree, and reckless endangerment in the first degree. Meanwhile, his alleged accomplice, Richard, was also formally charged on Tuesday. He was already in custody for the January 1, 2021 murder of 20-year-old Robert Wilson outside of the Umbrella Hotel. So, Remy Ma's son hangs out with the wrong crew. It seems, if I read this right, that his accomplice, Richard, was already in prison. He was already in custody. No, he was already in custody for the January 1, 2021 murder of Richard. So, no, of Robert, corrections. So, his accomplice, Remy Ma's son's accomplice or friend, Richard, he killed somebody January 2021. And then June 2021, he, Richard, and Remy Ma's son gets into an argument, Jamaica, Queens. They shoot and kill the man. This is what he's been arrested and charged with. So that's the update. I think most people have reported on him being arrested. Of course, we expect Remy Ma to stand by her son, but this is such a shame. This is 3 years ago, so he did this murder when he was 20, because he's now 23. Imagine killing somebody over an argument. You kill someone, and you know very well your mother was in prison. Remy Ma went to prison. Her husband waited for her, only for her to turn around and cheat on the man that waited for her. She went to prison for shooting somebody in a nightclub. Now look at the son. Who's surprised? Who's surprised? I'm not surprised. And in a way, how did she raise her child? Or maybe the people who raised her child while she was in prison allowed her son to see violence and think violence is a way you resolve things, even silly things like little disputes, right? But hey, that's the end of this story for this video. As I said, I'm not going too much into detail. And then the last one we have is people just disappointed with Foxy Brown calling herself the Black Kim K. We know Kim Kardashian is a very successful woman, allegedly. She's worth more than $1 billion. She's a billionaire. Her Skims underwear, shapewear is very successful. Everybody wants a piece of Kim Kardashian. But remember, Kim Kardashian's success comes from being around Black people, loving Black culture, wanting to look like a Black woman. So this is quite surprising that you have a Black woman saying she's the Black Kim K. people are quite disappointed. Like, why can't you just be Foxy Brown? Anyway, I don't think this was serious. It seems like she was either texting or talking to somebody, and she said that, I think she was talking to Kim Kardashian. I'm going to include that in this video. I think she was talking to Kim Kardashian when she said she's the Black Kim K. Is she really the Black Kim K? No. Kim K knows how to do business. Okay, she pounces on opportunities, but that's just a quick story I wanted to share with you guys. Oh, before I forget, did you guys hear that Trina finally got married to just a normal person, right? What I mean by normal is he's not a celebrity. This is not a name we know, right? He's not famous as Trina. So congratulations to Trina on her marriage, and that's the video for today. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, share. Until the next video,